Welcome to PhotoKeyworder, the best tool designed for microstock authors. PhotoKeyworder allows you to fully tag your photos, vectors, and videos with full titles, descriptions, and keywords. PhotoKeyworder can also fully disambiguate content created for iStock, and at the moment, it's the only tool in the world able to do that. We can start our demo by clicking on this image icon. First of all, as you can see, there are several options available. You can upload up to 500 images at a time, each with a maximum size of 100 megabytes. As the first option, and this is especially useful for all authors who create AI-generated images, we have a PNG to JPEG converter. Also extremely useful is our built-in upscaler, included in the price, which rivals the best commercial upscalers in terms of quality. This allows you to make your files acceptable for submission to agencies. Then you can choose whether you want to use compound keywords or not. Some agencies prefer single words, so use this feature according to your goals. Here you can choose whether you want customized CSV files for Adobe Stock and Shutterstock. By doing so, you'll be able to download a CSV file with pre-filled categories, saving even more time during the upload process. By checking this box, you'll receive an email notification as soon as your uploaded batch is ready. Now let's take a look at the advanced features. PhotoKeyworder offers a wide range of customization options. The first section is dedicated to AI suggestions. You can enter a concept or a phrase if you want to keyword images or videos with particularly complex content. If your file name has a meaningful title, you can also use it as a suggestion. Alternatively, if your camera has GPS enabled while shooting, you can check Read Geolocation Data to automatically insert the correct location of your photos or videos. The next field is dedicated to customizing the number of keywords and which ones to make mandatory or not. You can select a minimum and maximum number of keywords, up to a maximum of 50, which is the limit set by most stock agencies. You can then choose to place mandatory keywords at the top or at the bottom of the list. Finally, you can also select which keywords to exclude and remember your selection by checking the appropriate box. Next, we have the section dedicated to the length of titles and descriptions. You can set the length of each separately. For example, Adobe Stock prefers titles with a maximum length of 70 characters, so the default option is the most suitable. Descriptions, on the other hand, are used by Shutterstock and other agencies that require both fields. You can also choose to have the title approximately the same length as the description, or even make it exactly the same. You can also choose to add a specific word or phrase at the beginning or end of your titles and descriptions. This can be particularly useful for editorial events, where including the event name or a relevant reference helps improve searchability and meet agency guidelines. The same can be done with descriptions as well. You can choose to prepend or append a specific phrase, which is especially useful for editorial content or to ensure consistency and clarity across multiple files. Finally, let's take a look at the last features. The first one helps prevent the model from mentioning objects, devices, and similar items that may be protected by copyright. This is a very important feature, as agencies, unless you're submitting editorial content, do not accept files that include brand names or trademarked elements. We highly recommend keeping this box checked at all times, unless you specifically work with editorial photography or video. Another useful option is the ability to avoid special characters. Some agencies, like Vecteezy, don't handle accents or other special characters very well, so enabling this can help ensure compatibility. Lastly, there's an aesthetic feature. You can force the model to avoid using capital letters unless they appear at the beginning of a title or a description. This helps prevent the artificial-looking formatting often seen in competing products. For this demonstration, I will upload 4 AI-generated images. I will select a minimum of 35 keywords and a maximum of 45. Additionally, I will keep the title at the default length while making the description as long as possible. I select my 4 images and import them. Once the import process is complete, I scroll down through the interface until I reach the appropriate section, where I then click on the Generate Metadata for the Imported Files button to begin the automatic creation of titles, descriptions, and keywords for each of the selected images. Once clicked, you will be taken to this page. As you can see, the system shows you what it's currently doing. The first phase is the start of the processing, followed by image reading, tagging, and finally the generation of the zip and CSV files. The zip file will contain all the images you uploaded, fully keyworded, while keeping their original file names so you can easily replace the untagged versions on your hard drive. The CSV file, on the other hand, is useful for those who prefer to import it along with the images to various agencies. Our benchmarks show that PhotoKeyworder can fully tag 500 images in about 8 minutes. When the keywording is finished, you will see this screen. If you wish, you can choose to index the files directly for iStock as well, without using any additional bandwidth, since the files have already been uploaded. Now let's take a look at how the files have been keyworded by clicking on Edit. As you can see, the model has accurately delivered what we asked for: standard length titles, a long description, and the requested number of keywords. Please also note that the keywords are sorted in descending order of relevance, so the most important ones appear first, as required by Adobe Stock. If you're not happy with something, you can edit the files by adding or removing keywords and regenerate the zip and CSV files, of course, at no additional cost. Thank you for watching, and see you on our platform.